Hey everyone, it's Isgar. In this video, you'll be able to witness how I unfortunately choked a personal best run. I streamed it live at twitch.tv/isgar_. Drop a follow if you can. Also, be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing for future content. Without further ado, let's get into the run. I'll be doing a little bit of commentary. Just pop in a few times whenever I see something interesting or there's something I want to mention. Right off the bat, I don't immediately see a village, but I saw the ocean and I thought, well, since there's a bell on the pie chart, there probably is one somewhere. So I see the village next to the ocean there and thought it was definitely a good place to start. Grab that composter right over there. I didn't know if there was going to be another composter later, and definitely needed a composter to get all the hay bales and trade with the villager later. Sort of nice that there's a blacksmith over here. I get a free iron pick, which is always welcome. It speeds up the tool making process quite a bit. Oh, it's my movement's a little random, but I'm trying to look for a villager to kidnap in the ocean, and I am sort of having a hard time trying to find one. But eventually, I believe I do successfully kidnap. I use this composter, interestingly, to attract the villager towards the ocean, so it takes less time to boat the villager on land into the ocean. But at the same time, I break the composter there so that I can give it the cleric job that I want it to. And this process is a little slow, but villager movement can be a little unpredictable, so I wanted to guarantee that I could kidnap them successfully. Now it's basically time to try to find a monument and get a bit more emeralds and a bit more iron, and also enter the nether. There is the monument. That's pretty convenient. I think this space is pretty good. It's very fortunate that the monument is relatively close. Successfully get all 8 gold blocks without getting mining fatigue, which is great. Now I should be looking to get into the nether, but also I probably want to trade with the villager first. That's a good amount of emeralds as well, and eventually try to unlock the portrait. A nice magma ravine. This is a decent pace. I'm gonna enter the nether sub 8. And ideally, I'd want to be out of the nether by maybe 11 minutes, 12 minutes. Preferably, the earliest would be around 10 minutes or before 10 minutes, but if I get out at around 11 or 12, still pretty good. Still weird static lava. It's interesting. Now, yeah, I used the pie chart. But then I realized that when I pull up the pie chart, that the fortress is actually really close. So I decided to just dig straight up in hopes of finding it. Yeah, luckily it's right there. When I always go into the chest part of the fortress, there's this nav thing that you gotta figure out, and I'm always trying to make sure that I mark where I've been, so I know where to go when I am exiting the nether, or exiting the fortress and trying to go back to my portal. I am not the best at remembering exactly where I am, so having those blocks definitely help. Here's the spawner. Yeah, and I don't blaze bed here because I believe I only have 4 beds, which is pretty scary. It's really hard to 4 bed in 1.15. As you'll see later, it may not pan out as well as I would have thought I would. Those rates are pretty good. I wasn't really counting, but did get lucky on those. So I'm out relatively early, considering that I took a bit to nav the fortress and trying to find it. As you can see, I am getting a little bit lost, but I do find my way eventually. I'm out at 12 minutes, which is pretty good. As I mentioned earlier, still decent pace. So now is the part where I trade with a villager. And hope I don't get screwed by the trade. There is a 1 out of 3 chance that the villager doesn't offer pearls eventually, but I did get lucky, I suppose. If 2/3 odds are lucky. I'm able to craft some Eyes of Enter and start moving towards the stronghold. Luckily, all the terrain here is pretty much ocean, so that's perfect because I still need a few more emeralds. As you can see, I'm heading toward the ship, even though it's not necessarily in the right direction towards the stronghold. I still need more emeralds for 12 pearls. Granted, I could technically risk it and not get enough emeralds and just hope for eyes filled in on the stronghold, but it's definitely a safe strategy to try to get enough emeralds. So right now, pace is like not the greatest because looking at my chords, I went off a bit off my path, and now I am not going to the stronghold in a very linear path because there is a lot of land coming up, and so I sort of have to go around, keep going through the water, and I'm not yet in the stronghold ring, so it's a bit unfortunate that it panned out this way. Normally, if there was an ocean exposed stronghold, this likely wouldn't be much of a problem, but there is a lot of land here, so fortunately that is not the case. So I just decided to trade right here. Check the angle. Couple tools for if I need to dig through stuff. And there we go. 12 pearls. Champ Kyle. Sort of on a run right now. Probably not going to be anything good, but technology. It should be around here. Yeah. I believe I just ate it right here. I think I know what chunk it is. Here, the gold tools come in handy. Digging down relatively quickly. Room. Zero eye. If any of those eyes broke. Reach at the end around 1835, 1840. I need a really good perch for this to BB or sub 20. But in the back of my mind, I'm still. Remember, I only have 4 beds. It's a bit daunting of a task. Dragon is flying to the other side, I'm like, oh, this could be a perch. And luckily it is. Second snaps. I am really close. First bit is okay. Oh, no. It's a mess. And it's over. Really unfortunate. But it happens. Hopefully I'll be able to get a better PB next time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.